Let me tell you a story. In the 1980s, gay men started to die from a mysterious illness, later identified as AIDS. Activists, like the people behind me, fed up from silence from the government, demanded action and access to treatment, which they got. As a result, HIV, the virus which causes AIDS, is no longer a death sentence and is now a chronic manageable condition with medication. We also now have treatments and medicine today that make future transmissions of HIV possible to eliminate. So let me ask you a question. Who here knows what a progress narrative is? Okay, so a progress narrative is this idea that as we go through time, things continue to get better, we learn from our mistakes, we correct our errors, and we improve. So the story I just told is an example of a progress narrative. Now, what if I told you that things are not actually getting progressively better, and that our hope for the future is in our failures from the past? So in the 80s and 90s, the HIV/AIDS epidemic was a huge cultural event. In the US, queer communities, intravenous drug users, and people who took blood products were decimated by the virus. But this touched so many other communities in this country, and so many other facets of life. Clinical trials, access to medicine, artistic production, all were impacted. So when a lot of people think about the accomplishments of early AIDS activists, they think about what they got done, which is great, but I'm more interested in what they didn't get done. They had radical goals for universal housing, universal healthcare, universal food. They wanted to radically remake society with broad coalitions of people. But once medicine came into the picture, they no longer had a need to build coalitions with the most marginal people, so queer and trans people of color, the working poor. So what? My dissertation is interested with considering how we might look to this catastrophic tragedy and learn from it. What lessons did these activists give that we can apply to our current moment so that we can imagine a world otherwise? Thank you.